You believe your decisions are your own, your career, your partner, even your daily habits. But what if those choices were carefully planted? Behind the curtain of everyday interaction, a silent war for your mind is being fought using the invisible leash of dark psychology. Today, we are exposing the 7 most lethal tactics manipulators use to own your mind and how to cut the strings forever. This is the art of bypassing the conscious mind to influence the subconscious. It is a set of maneuvers designed to own your will without you ever feeling the pull. Nietzsche warned us never to be fooled by language, because people rarely speak from truth, they speak from survival, ego, and fear. To understand the danger, we must look at how manipulators turn the social mask into a weapon. Tactic number 1. Love bombing. This is a massive flood of attention and praise at the start of a relationship. It feels like a fairy tale, but it is actually biological hijacking. The manipulator is intentionally overloading your brain with dopamine to create a dependency. They aren't loving you. They are installing a remote control in your nervous system. Tactic number 2. Gaslighting. This is the slow erosion of your reality. Nietzsche noted that every profound spirit needs a mask. The gaslighter uses their mask to deny your facts and question your memory until you stop trusting your own eyes. When you can no longer trust your own mind, you are forced to trust theirs. Tactic number 3. Virtue as a shield. Be wary of the individual who loudly proclaims their purity or always corrects others. Nietzsche called this the will to power in disguise. Manipulators often position themselves as the moral compass to deflect any criticism or accountability. The louder the virtue signal, the emptier the core of the person broadcasting it. Tactic number 4. The silent treatment. This is a tactical withdrawal of communication designed to trigger your amygdala hijacking. Humans are social creatures. Being ignored triggers the same part of the brain as physical pain. It turns your own brain into their weapon of control, forcing you to overthink and apologize for things you didn't even do, just to end the coldness. Tactic number 5. Induced guilt. This is the emotional debt trap. The manipulator reminds you of every favor or kindness they've ever done to ensure you never feel even. They use your own loyalty as a leash. They don't want a partner. They want a debtor who is too busy paying back imaginary favors to ever ask for their own freedom. Tactic number 6. Intermittent reinforcement. This is the gambler's hook. The manipulator provides validation at random intervals. Because you never know when the next win of kindness is coming, you stay at the table longer, hoping for one more hit of dopamine. It is the most addictive form of control, giving you just enough hope to keep you from leaving. Tactic number 7. Mirroring. Manipulators are actors in a play they didn't write. They mirror your interests, your tone, and your wounds to build instant rapport. You think you've found a soulmate, but you've actually found a reflection of your own ego. They use your own personality to infiltrate your inner circle, making them almost impossible to detect. Nietzsche observed that every interaction is a negotiation of power. When you understand how the manipulator operates, their grand design starts to look like what it actually is: a desperate attempt by a broken individual to feel powerful. Once you see through the mirroring, the mask loses its power, and you can begin to reclaim your sovereignty. Living under manipulation is a state of chronic hypervigilance. The psychological cost is devastating. You suffer from high cortisol and profound exhaustion. You are so busy managing the manipulator's emotions that you have no energy left to actually live your own life. It is time to flip the switch and regain control of your internal environment. How do we find the middle way? Step 1 is factual grounding. Build a psychological circuit breaker. When you start to doubt your reality, state a hard fact out loud. This person is attempting to control me, but my reality is my own. Acknowledge the tactic, label it, and deliberately end the thought. Step 2 is somatic regulation. Manipulation triggers a physical, bodily response. When you feel that spike of anxiety, your body thinks there is a predator in the room. Use box breathing to physically force your heart rate down. Signal to your brain that you are safe in your own body right now, regardless of the manipulator's words. Step 3 is a strategic information diet. Move from monitoring the manipulator to managing your exposure. Set strict windows for communication and stick to them. This satisfies your need for logistical info without allowing them to flood your mental space 24/7. Get the facts you need, then turn off the notifications. Step 4 is moving from isolation to agency. Fear and control breed in isolation. When you suffer alone, you feel completely helpless. The cure is reconnecting with the collective reality of others who see the truth. Remind yourself that there are millions of people and resources working to expose these patterns and protect emotional boundaries. Step 5 is radical self-care. Maintaining a life that prioritizes your own growth is an act of psychological resistance. If we stop pursuing our own joy out of fear of the manipulator's reaction, the leash has already won. Stubbornly continuing to live your best life is the ultimate antidote to their control. Managing manipulation is about normalizing your boundaries. Acknowledge that feeling protective of your mind is a rational, human response. You are not crazy for setting limits. When you need to talk, ask for consent. And if someone comes to you, your job is validation. Labeling the manipulation for what it is strips it of its power. Finally, you must master compartmentalization. Separate the manipulator's games from your personal worth. Use your mind as a mirror to reflect their tactics back to them, but never as a weapon against yourself. You cannot control their darkness, but you can entirely control your immediate environment and your daily choices. You are not your thoughts. You are the one who directs them. Knowledge is the flashlight that reveals the strings, and once you see them, you are no longer a puppet. Use your mind as a mirror to find the truth, not a weapon to hurt yourself. The ability to read the mask and protect your agency is a skill that Nietzsche mastered long before the digital age. But how are these traits evolving in the newest generation? To see the full picture, click on your screen right now to watch Nietzsche's 18 Psychological Truths, or check out our deep dive on why Gen Alpha is immune to judgment. Do you feel you're currently in control of your own leash? Let us know your strategies for maintaining agency in the comments below. Make sure to like, subscribe, and stay tuned for our next deep dive into the human mind.